welcome everybody to episode 2 of the Anime Happy Hour podcast. Woo! Yay! We'd like to, first off, thank everybody that gave our first podcast a listen. We really appreciate you guys taking time to listen to us geek out about anime. And so to start off this podcast, let's go through some introductions. Of course, I am Lindsay Evans Stark, the youngest sister of this troupe. Mm-hmm. And who's next?
What are you drinking?
Oh, that's right. I am drinking, and what I am drinking is a Takara Kanchuhai J-Pop sparkling cocktail. It's interesting.
Interesting. Mm. All right. I am John Fragglepuss Evans, and I am drinking a Hitachino Nest White Ale, courtesy of Brittany Evans, who brought back a whole plethora of wonderful beers for us today.
That's right, I did. This is Brittany Evans, and I am also drinking the Hitachino Nest White Ale. It's a beer that's imported from Japan, brewed with spices and orange juice.
Mm.
Neat. I'm Brianne Evans, and I am drinking Witchcraft. It's a blonde ale made by Witchwood. And it's freaking delicious. And I'm very glad that Brittany brought it for me. Thanks, sweetie.
Woo!
Oh, kampai.
Kampai. Delicious.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right. So now that we got those introductions out of the way, let's move into what is this podcast going to be about? It was my job, this podcast, to choose the theme. And what better theme than what is our favorite animes? What are the animes that when people ask us for recommendations, we tell them they have to watch, or animes we watch over and over, all that good stuff. And since we're talking about animes that we love, the buzzword of this podcast, the word that if we utter, we must take a drink. The word of this episode is amazing.
Oh,
amazing!
Woo! So again, at home, just a little fun. If you've got a drink with you and we say amazing, feel free to take a drink with us. Have a nice little happy hour of anime. Ba-doom.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. All right, so moving on, we are going to get into a section we have newly named the Anime Quick Hits. This is a section of animes that we have watched recently, mangas we have read recently that we just want to share with you all. So I'll start this section off. This week, I haven't been watching a lot of anime. I've been in that weird mode of kind of taking a bit of an anime break. I know.
how dare you?
Ridiculous. But I have been watching the monthly anime for our club, SLC Anime. Ooh. It is Terror in Resonance, which is an anime that John chose for this month. And I have to say, it is fantastic.
Oh.
It's a very, very cool anime. I am enjoying it. I am also reading Dead Man Wonderland, the manga.
Oh,
I just picked up the first 4 volumes because I love the anime so much. John, what have you been watching?
So, you actually have been watching anime. Gugure, Kokuri-san,
right. Oh,
Parasite,
of course.
Amagi Brilliant Park, the 3 animes that all of us are watching together. So all of us have been watching those, and they're still great. Parasite, oh man, It's so good and so bad. Ugh, like just stressful. But in addition to that, Brianne and I have been watching. We started watching Kuroko no Basket
Oh my gosh.
because we all know how Brianne loves sports anime.
Tell them how much more fun it is than everything else.
John,
I'm not the only one. So
I must say, I appreciate that you're diving into the realm of the sports genre.
I appreciate it too.
I was actually the one that brought it up to Brianne. I just put it on the TV. She's like, "What's this?" And I just gave her the look.
Oh, you're about to find out.
And we got into it. We actually heard about it through, from Anime Bonsai. There was an AMV for this show.
I mean, basketball players with lightning coming out of their eyes. Yeah, I wanted
not?
to check this out.
So it's way awesome. It's been so good.
It's fun, huh?
We've pounded through, I think, 20 episodes
In about a week.
in about a week.
How many episodes are there?
There's 3 seasons.
And then there's a second season that has about that many. And then a third season is going to air winter. So
Cool.
start of the year.
We're going to get ready for it.
Oh, yeah. Generation of Miracles.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to explain a little bit about it in my segment.
Yeah. And then lastly, another anime that Brianne and I have been watching is Terraformars.
Yes.
So we watched some
I don't
more.
honestly recommend this to everyone.
Well,
it is
it's
so violent. It terrifies me.
It's very violent.
Yes.
Which is kind of my cup of tea. I really enjoy it. It's great if that's what you're into, and I'm into that. So, yeah, that's what I've been watching as of late. What about you, Brittany?
Well, I have been getting caught up on Akame ga Kill because I love it
Nice.
and got distracted, and so I'm like 5 episodes behind right now. So I've just been catching up on that. It's great. They're just introducing new characters with new cool Imperial arms weapons and just great battle scenes and just great. And then I am about tonight. I am starting Terror in Resonance. I gotta bust it out for the anime club. I've been procrastinating.
At least it's a quick one. It's only
Yeah,
11 episodes.
Yeah.
And
they
they
go-
are awesome.
They go by so quick.
Well, and I've been looking forward to watching it anyways. It's one that I wanted to watch since you reviewed it for the panel. So, yeah, but that's it. I've been kind of lagging besides our weekly get together for the Kokuri-san.
Jeez.
It's so adorable and so
It
silly.
might be a little too adorable.
Aren't all those animes just amazing?
Oh,
Kampai!
So,
All right, Brianne.
since no one's really talked, I mean, with the 3 we've been watching together, the Brilliant Park, Amagi Brilliant Park, it's the weirdest, most interesting show that I'm intrigued and I really want to know what happens, even though it's silly. Like, it's not that dramatic, but I think that it's really neat.
That last episode we watched where he's sick and
fairies.
so they have a meat suit of his body.
Oh my gosh.
So ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
giant zipper out the
I
top
got
of
so
his head.
distracted by the karaoke stuff that I forgot about the meat suit.
I know, right?
The zipper. What's that on top of your head? Don't worry about it.
And then no one does because that's how life goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about this giant metal zipper pull on my head.
But yeah, so I've just been watching the same things with John, and it's been really fun, of course. Anime's always fun.
I'm glad that you're getting another sports fix with Kuroko no Basket.
It's so good.
You love it.
I start twitching when I don't get any sports anime.
The sweatiness of it all.
Love it. It's so exaggerated. It's ridiculous.
It is.
Nobody sweats that much. And if they do, it's not sparkling around them constantly.
Glimmer of sweat. Gross. Well, that's a good list of animes we've been checking out this last week or so. So with that, we want to move on to our next section, which is my section. Lindsay's anime super awesome fun fact. Woohoo!
Blip.
Now, again, since we're talking about some of our favorite animes, I thought a fun fact to bring up would be along the lines of some of the best-selling animes, best-selling mangas. So, first off, and this is crazy, longest running anime of all time.
What is it?
Do you have any guesses?
One Piece, Bleach.
Pokemon.
Okay. I thought all of those things. Actually, Saze-san holds the Guinness World Record for the longest running animated television series with more than 7,071
What?
episodes.
I've never even heard of that.
Yes.
Saze-san?
Saze-san.
Yeah, me neither.
I looked it up, and I guess it's an anime about, this woman in Japan that doesn't want to conform to the usual role for a woman. It started in the 60s, so it kind of makes sense.
I was
But
going to say,
You go,
yeah,
girl.
7,071 episodes. Imagine
crazy.
trying to watch that.
Well, even The Simpsons run out of ideas after about 200 and they start
I'm going to
recycling them.
recommend it for the next Salt Lake City anime meetup.
Yeah, that's
All 7,000 episodes.
We're picking an anime for the next 2 years.
Every Kraken.
The longest running manga of all time, and here we go, I might slaughter this, Kochira Katsushikaku Kamari Koen Mei Hashi Shujo.
Nailed it.
Good job.
Thank you. With 185 volumes. Now, the best-selling manga of all time is One Piece with 345 million in approximate sales.
Wow.
Yeah. And the best-selling anime of all time is called The World of Golden Eggs,
Oh, of course.
selling 252,000 in average sales. Crazy. Now, for this segment, I wanted to try and find the most popular anime of all time. It is impossible to find this fact. It's nowhere out there because every single list I've looked up has had different animes.
Would you say it was impossible?
Quite impossible. Yes. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. I did want to just make a quick note that some of again, it's impossible to find the most popular, but here's a quick list of some animes that were on pretty much all of the lists. Of course, Death Note,
Of course.
Steins Gate,
Yep.
Full Metal Alchemist, Rurouni Kenshin, Code Geass, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Clannad, Bleach, Naruto, Attack on Titan, Cowboy Bebop.
Woo, woo.
It's impressive that Attack on Titans made that list already.
Oh, yeah.
new.
Well, for being a new one. But
Oh, exactly.
yeah, so again, that is my super awesome fun time fact. I would recommend trying to watch all 7,071 episodes of Saze-san. But if not, I would recommend checking out some of these top-rated animes.
Cool.
Cool. All right. So, new segment. We're doing the Fraggle Puss review section brought to you by fragglepuss.com. Name pending. We're still working it out. So since our last episode, I have reviewed a couple anime on fragglepuss.com. So I invite everyone to go check them out. I've done a review for, gonna slaughter this name, Saitokai Yakuindomo. I don't know.
That was awesome.
good.
You
Whatever.
did great.
I'm sure I'm saying it way wrong. So it's an anime that's really silly and a lot of fun to watch. Very lighthearted, a little pervy. Makes me laugh.
A lot pervy. John told us about it.
It does sound.
It sounds a lot pervy, but adorable pervy.
Like in a funny way. It's not like weird pervy. It's just hilarious. Also, I did a review for the new Studio Ghibli film, The Tale of Princess Kaguya, which is a beautiful film that's done with all watercolor and just has this adorable story that is based in Japanese folklore. And so everyone should go check that out. Also, with the help of Brianne Evans,
Yeah.
did a review on Haikyuu, the volleyball anime that she absolutely loves. Mm-hmm. And also, thanks to Brienne, another sports anime,
Weird.
Baby Steps.
Love Baby Steps.
An adorable anime about tennis and this cute little guy that just studies tennis so much because he's a book nerd, and he wants to get good at tennis, and
It's amazing.
Oh,
drink.
Kampai.
Hi.
It is pretty great.
So yeah, those are the anime that I've reviewed on fragglepuss.com, so go check them out.
Those are some wonderful animes, and fragglepuss.com is great for reviews, and if you want to check out some new animes, you can go get some pretty good ideas
He
on there.
reviews a new one every Thursday.
Yes, and I am starting to review mangas as well. I just submitted my first one to the editor, John, to take a look. So yeah, that'll start popping up soon too.
That's awesome.
All right, so another new segment, the Brianime moment.
Ha.
Brianne, why don't you kind of explain to all our listeners, hello, what this segment's going to be about?
All right. Well, first off, I wanted to name my segment something that I enjoy, which is combining names. Like Brangelina, or celebrity names, like they like to combine. So I thought my name kind of could mesh well with anime. Brianime.
It's perfect.
Thank you.
Let's be real.
So, what my Brianime moment is, I've decided to find a quote from an anime and just kind of talk about it, and just it's usually going to be funny. That's kind of my thing. I like jokes.
She loves funny.
So, I'm going to set the stage for my quote. It's pretty great. I mean, this one made my jaw drop. I just couldn't believe he said it. We had to rewind it. I would just kept hitting John. I'm like, did you hear what he just said? Okay, so like he said, we've been watching Kuroko no Basket, which is the basketball anime, and the whole premise of the show is there was this junior high basketball team that were just unbeatable. They were all amazing. They called it the Generation of Miracles, which is hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Who really talks like this, But so there's these 5 guys who all have all their specialties and they're amazing, but they all split up into different high schools. And then there's this one mystery guy that nobody really talked about, but he was kind of behind the scenes, really, really good, and kind of was the glue of the team. But he was such an invisible character. Nobody really knew about him. So he went to a different high school outside of the Generation of Miracles, and his new team goes to play one of the teams that has one of the Generation of Miracles. And his name is Ryoto Kaisei. How do we say that, John?
Kisei?
Okay. And he's like this / model basketball guy, and he's really, really good looking, and all the girls love him, and so he's pretty cocky, as you can imagine. And so he's on the court and he's thinking he's all good, and then he gets shut down by another guy who's not a generation, so it's kind of a big deal. And he looks at him, he gets his face, and he goes, I can't say the same for girls, but I've never failed to return a favor on the court.
No, he didn't.
Think about that for just a second, right? What a jerk.
What? Emily, you're so weird.
I know, I love it. I mean, he's just,
That's really
I
funny.
don't care what the girls will do, but I mean, I'm going to.
Well, I mean, come on. High school basketball, the emotions are running high. To pull off a one-liner like that is genius.
They have great one-liners. It's amazing. John and I were talking about this within, like, they have like these giant conversations about their feelings in between plays. We're like, how is there time for all of this? It's really great. I don't know. Sports anime is hilarious. It's just. Anyway, so that is my Brianime moment.
Ooh, I like it.
Thank you. Quote of the day.
You done good, kid.
Thanks.
All right. And with that, we move on to our anime main course.
Yum.
Now, again, listeners, we are talking about a subject that is extremely difficult to talk about. Because
I think it's
How?
easy to talk about.
how do you decide what your favorite animes are? I've had such a difficult time picking my favorite animes. Brittany, I know that you narrowed it down to 5.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that. I'm going to try really hard to do that.
It took a lot of hard work and perseverance. But
Well-
I was able to do it because I have a strong will and a brave heart.
Yes, you do.
You
Thanks.
do.
Thanks.
Wow. You summed that up really well.
Yep.
So when I was picking what my favorite animes would be, I was talking to Brittany about it, and some things I look for are animes that I've watched multiple times. Again, animes that I recommend to people. But at the same time, there's animes on here that I wouldn't recommend to most people because I don't know how many people would love Brothers Conflict as much as I do. Because that is
Really weird
really weird.
and somewhat creepy.
It's somewhat creepy.
I think you mentioned the key phrase there. One's anime that you've watched more than once or several times.
Yeah.
Like my main one for that is Berserk.
Oh, Berserk.
So that's one of my favorite because I've watched through the original series like several times. Bought the DVDs, wore them out, all that good stuff. I love the violence in it, the heavy nature of the anime, the character development throughout it. I think it's a really, really good story.
The love story.
I know.
I like
With
that
Guts
part.
and Casca.
Ugh, how
You
sad.
love it, even though it breaks your heart.
Oh, I should mention this is going to contain quite a few spoilers.
Well, naturally.
So,
Deal with it.
sorry,
Or just shut the.
but I hope
Sound
that
off.
it just makes you want to watch these even more. Getting back to Berserk, something I found with a lot of my favorites are there ones where I've also read the manga because I loved the anime so much that I read the manga, and that's something that you did with Berserk, right,
Yeah.
John?
Oh yeah, that's
We all did, yeah.
where I went out and searched out the books or the manga
Well,
just
it's
because the
still
way
even going.
the way it ends, the way the anime ends,
Worst anime ending ever.
and it just leaves you wanting so much more
It
because
doesn't end. It just leaves you hanging. There is no ending.
that's how I felt with Claymore too when
Oh,
that
yeah.
anime ended. Mm-hmm. It's like there's got to be more to this.
Also, with the Berserk, the voice acting, the English version is so good
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
that
fantastic.
I haven't even watched it in Japanese
It's
yet.
so funny to watch on the DVDs the like blooper reel.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it's so funny.
Griffith.
The guy that does Griffith just
Yes.
sings, like just loves singing in the blooper reel.
And on top of that as well, we even got the soundtrack. And we love the ballrooms song because
Oh,
it's like, or like the deep thought music. And we would just play it in the car on our drives.
Fancy party music.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
We know everything about that show, and it's
It's so great.
Well, and I think when you read a manga along with watching the anime, you get so much more because for most animes, they leave a lot of the manga characters out, because you can only contain it into so many episodes. And so there's a lot of characters you meet in the manga that aren't in the anime that just, I guess the whole Berserk kind of franchise or whatever, it just makes it so much better.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Even Brit's son loves the music in Berserk.
I know.
Tell the story, Brittany.
Oh, it's just adorable because when my son Ian was about 2, I was watching Berserk in marathon fashion. And since he was so young, he'd just be wandering around and I'd have it on. And one day out of nowhere, he just started singing the intro song for the anime, and we were all hanging around and just started cracking up because it was so cute out of
So
this
cute.
tiny little voice. Tell me why, tell me why.
Oh my gosh.
It was
So
so,
funny.
cute.
So cute.
It was
we
really
just kept
adorable.
making him sing it over and over.
We'll do that again.
Yeah, that's cute.
It was cute.
Well, what else? What?
Well, I want to. I have to bring it up. It is one of my all-time favorite animes. It's the background to my cell phone. It's the background in my laptop. It's called Kami-sama Hajimemashita, or Kami-sama Kiss.
Oh, you love that one.
I like the song.
Sadly, I recommended this one to our SLC anime group, and it was not loved by all. But I kind of expected that. It is my thing. It's romantic. It's a reverse harem. It is supernatural. It is so good. Oh, I love it. So you're following main character. She is just has no luck. No mom. Her dad runs away from his gambling debt.
Of course.
Leaves her alone in the apartment. She can't pay for said apartment, so she gets evicted.
Oh.
Walking along, finds a man in a tree. Of course, anime style. Or, they love weird situations. She saves the man in the tree, and he gives her a house for saving him. Again, because anime is weird.
That seems about right.
The thing she doesn't realize is by accepting this house, which is actually a shrine, she's also accepting becoming a land god or an earth deity. I know. It's weird, but it's awesome. It's just really cute. She goes to the shrine. She meets the familiar fox spirit, Tomoe, yeah. And their love just blossoms, but there can't be the love. And you have to read the manga. That's the thing with this. The anime, I don't think was really well receptive because the first season, it's the silliest, most ridiculous part of the story. Whereas the manga, it gets really deep and heavy and dark and awesome. Oh, I love it so much. But no one else loves it. But I don't care. I'm my own person. I love what I love.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's why it's your favorites, not everyone's favorite.
Exactly. But if you're into love stories, you'd love it too, I think. Truly.
Yeah.
It's a great manga.
Well,
Anime.
Oh,
I have
love
never
it.
seen it.
It is so adorable.
It is. Totes adorbs.
Brianne, we haven't heard a lot from you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, one of my all-time favorites is D. Gray Man.
Oh, that's a
It
goodie.
came out in 2005 and it went to 2010. It actually has 103 episodes, which I didn't know about when I first started, and I was heavily invested. I wanted to know how it ended. It's so exciting, and the characters evolve. They even get new haircuts and new clothes, which is exciting in anime.
I know. They
Right?
usually
It's
stay the
exciting.
same for hundreds of episodes.
It's basically about we've got a boy named Alan Walker, and which I think is interesting that he has kind of an American name. I mean,
yeah.
Is he Japanese?
I'm not. No.
I can't quite remember.
It seems like he's in Europe almost. Do you guys kind of? I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but I still love it. I mean, it's still my favorite. The whole premise is there's these exorcists who have gotten a special power from an element called innocence, and it kind of causes these
Oh, what are they called?
Akuma?
Akuma. Yeah.
yeah, the Akuma is what they fight, but they use the innocence. So they're hunting innocence and they're fighting the Akuma, which are made by the scary Millennium Earl. All right, so there's Millennium Earl, who's making these Akuma. He's making an army of these bad guys, and the exorcists are freeing the souls that are trapped within the Akuma. And they'll explain it better in the show, but it's really cool. And so the innocence is it's creating phenomenons around the world, and they have to go out and find it. And then it kind of attaches to a person, and then they become exorcists by using the power. And they're all different. Like Alan's is in his hand, so his hand can become a machine gun, or it does all this really cool stuff. There's a girl that has it in her boots, and it makes her fly around, and she can kick people and kill people. And
Grandfather clock.
I know this girl
yeah.
has
The
a
worst character.
yeah. It's funny.
She's so awkward.
Such a
So the
spaz.
innocence is in a clock, and she can control time for a little bit. It's really interesting. And then the vampire guy, remember him? And then the hammer. I mean, it's just so fun. The characters are great. I
love it too,
we watched
Bran. It's awesome.
Yeah, we watched all 103 episodes, and it was
That's a lot.
insane that we could do that. I mean, it's no 4,000, but I thought 100 was a lot to stay interested that long.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really cool.
I don't think I have
I've
watched an
recommended
anime
it to a lot of people.
with that many episodes. Have you guys?
I don't think so.
That is the most I've watched.
Yeah, that's
is
the most
D. Gray
I've
Man.
ever watched too.
And then I just want to kind of give a quick shout out to one of my favorite animes ever, which is The Devil is the Part-Timer. I recommended it to our Salt Lake City anime, and I've reviewed it in our panels, and it's the one that I've gotten my family to watch, which is very impressive because they're not really into this stuff at all. My other family, as in I'm married into this anime family.
Your other family?
Yeah, because I didn't want them to get
What's
confused.
that all about?
So, A Devil is a Part-Timer is hilarious, and it's a great mix of a medieval world getting trapped into our modern day world, and it's really funny.
And it is on
Did
Netflix.
you guys like that one? Oh, it is
now.
now. I haven't
So
seen it in
easily
English yet.
accessible if you have Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. Isn't
it so fun?
It's funny. It's witty.
I think it's easy for most people to watch.
There's a character I really relate with because I love savings
Yes.
and I love couponing. And if you watch it, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. No, that's a good one, Brian.
Yeah.
When his dying wish is to remember to get the eggs that are on sale at the end of the
On
month.
Tuesdays. Yeah.
So
That's ridiculous.
So good.
It's so funny.
Well, Brittany, what about you?
What? Well, I wanted to talk really quick about some of the elements of my favorite animes, like just kind of some of the things that, as I was thinking about it, kind of kept popping up. One thing that I really love are strong female characters. I found that in every one of mine, there are very strong female characters, and I think that's just, as a lady, I like to see girl power. Whatever.
You see that a lot in the Studio Ghibli films, especially the
You do.
Hayao Miyazaki films.
Totally. I love sci-fi and mecha and fantasy, like things that are... I'm not a huge slice of life fan, so the things that are my favorites tend to be kind of mystical and magical or like super spacey and whatnot.
Or bloody,
Or bloody.
or
I've got...
boobalicious.
I just wrote down, blood, blades, and boobies, because I like those things.
Your 3 Bs.
My 3 Bs. Good character development. Like, I love when, down to the most minor of characters, you relate to them and feel for them and care about them. Which is one of the things in one of my favorites is Kill la Kill. It's got the 3 Bs.
Nice.
Big time.
And it does such a good job of like developing every single character. Like, I don't think there's a character in that show that you don't feel connected to in some way. There's even the family that ends up taking in the main character, Ryoku. They have a pug. And you love that pug.
Pug.
He's so goofy and he wears a hoodie. Why do you do that?
So funny when the pug gets a nosebleed.
I was just going to say that's my favorite.
So good. So I just, Kill la Kill is, it just has all the things that I love. It's very stylistic. Like, it kind of feels like a kung fu movie in the way that it's shot and
All
everything.
the fonts and the
Yeah.
titles. And
It's very epic, and I love it. I love it. And it follows Ryoko Matoi. She's a transfer student, and she's looking to avenge the death of her father. She carries around this giant half of a scissor, and that's her weapon. And then she, just goes on a rampage. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. And we watched that for one of our monthly animes. It got mixed reviews, which I was like, oh, this is going to be a home run. Everyone's going to want to give it a 10.
It was weird. It was very polarizing.
I know. I
You either
realized.
loved it or you hated it.
It actually kind of
I think all
got
of-
pretty debatey.
yeah, that was, I think, our most hotly debated anime review.
I think we all loved it, though.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
was
great.
gonna say one thing.
It can be
we were
uncomfortable, I think.
Well,
There's some
there's
mentions-
a lot of
The 3 Bs.
there's a lot of the 3 Bs. The boobies part, there's plenty of that.
All right, so talking about Kill la Kill, yeah, it is great. And I'm noticing a theme here kind of how a lot of our favorites are the ones that we end up recommending for SLC anime.
It's true.
To watch for the monthly anime. So speaking of which, this next one, my mental choices are completely interfering with my school romantic comedy,
That's your favorite?
Wow.
Well, it's not my favorite, but it's just
A favorite.
it's a favorite. It's one I really enjoy. Somebody else recommended this for the club, for our group, SLC Anime, but I watched it and it became one of my favorites in that genre of comedy, just because it's over the top, ridiculous. This kid has to make multiple choice decisions that just pop up throughout the day, and each choice is more ridiculous than the previous choice. Like in one of them, it's the middle of class, and all of a sudden the choice pops up, and the first one is, take off your shirt and like beat your hands against your chest, but then the second choice is take off your pants and start running around like an Amazon or something crazy like that. So it's just, and if he doesn't make a choice, he gets a severe headache until he makes the choice. So it's just so funny. It's just over the top, silly, and ridiculous, makes you laugh, and it just leaves you shaking your head. And I think those are some of the ones that are my favorites, are the ones that are over the top with the comedy, just unrealistic, even though it's supposedly like a slice of life, but
Right.
obviously there's the fantastical elements or whatever. And then on the other end, my other favorites are the ones that are really deep and heavy, like for example the Berserk, things like Claymore. The Terraformers that we're watching now is quickly getting up there in my favorites because of the same thing. It's like over the top violent, but it makes sense why it is, and it's just so good. And so yeah, I think those are kind of, when I was making my list, two of the types that are generally my favorites are like the exact opposite. Over the top silly and over the top heavy and dark and deep.
Well, it's funny you say that, because when I put my list together, it's like romance, reverse shoujo, or reverse harem shoujo comedies, and then the other is like dark horror sci-fi mystery. So like that's weird. I guess I do.
Well,
I think
balanced.
balanced.
Yeah.
I was gonna say though, it's funny because truly we haven't watched a lot of, I guess, the mainstay animes. The ones that everyone thinks of. Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that. And I think it's funny how people who have watched those tend to always be the favorites. Those are the big ones. But I haven't watched a lot of those. And so, my list is kind of all over the place. There's old ones like Berserk. There's one of my favorites is running right now. Gugure is my top 10. It is one of the funniest animes I've seen in a long time. So, I think that's why anime is so great, because you can love those mainstay ones and everyone, has their favorite, but you get a new one that comes up in a season and it can be right up there with your favorites as well.
Well, it's interesting that you mention, like mainstays and whatnot with the anime, because one of my favorites is, on my top 5 is Cowboy Bebop, which I think tends to be kind of a mainstay.
A staple.
Anime. A staple, an anime staple, if you will.
Well, an anime as a rite of passage.
Yes.
To say that you watch anime, as I'm doing air quotes, you have to have watched Cowboy Bebop, otherwise your street cred just is in the gutter.
Well, or those animes where people who don't know anime, they bring that up. Like Cowboy Bebop, or like Dragon Ball Z, or Pokemon.
Yeah, because they've been played like on, Adult Swim late at night or whatever, and they've caught, episodes of it where they're like, oh, I've heard that name before. But for me, Cowboy Bebop, I think, was the third anime I ever watched, and I just ate it up because it's so fun. Like, bounty hunters in space, and just, it's another example of all the characters being like really rich and interesting. It's like this motley crew of, an ex-hitman and former cop with a robot arm, and then an amnesiac con artist woman who can't remember who she is, then a preteen girl named Ed.
I like her.
And she's like amazing computer hacker, and you're like,
Amazing.
Who is
Oh,
this?
amazing.
But then the best is then all of a sudden there's, this genetically engineered, hyper intelligent Welsh corgi that shows up.
Because we know how anime loves those strange characters.
It's like, here's this dog who is like hyper intelligent and nobody knows where he came from. And it's just so fun. Like, I don't know. I also like that, it is very truly Japanese, but then you can tell that they're very interested in American jazz culture because the music,
yeah.
of it is very jazzy. And then it follows this sort of kind of film noir style where there's all this mystery and intrigue. And so you can tell that they kind of, had an interest in American culture, and that's sort of where it came from. But
I was thinking about the soundtrack, how it's something that's very memorable.
oh, totally.
Where on a lot of anime you don't really think about the soundtrack too much, but in that one,
Oh, yeah.
when I was watching it for the first time, I was like, this is really cool.
It is really cool and different.
Yeah.
Brienne, do you have any others that you want to talk about?
I mean, I know we've all been talking about how much I like sports anime.
Which didn't you just find that out recently?
Well,
in the
like
last year, I should
2
say.
years. So Free is the most absolute adorable best anime that ever lived. Didn't I make you guys all watch it, or
No.
did I just scream at you to watch it?
You just keep telling us to, and I mean,
That's right. I just run in the house, give you the bird, say watch Free, and then run away, right?
yeah, that keeps happening. It's
I know,
weird.
I watched it. And
It's kind of inappropriate. I'm just going to say it.
I'm sorry that I keep doing that.
It's okay. I'll watch it.
If you watch it, I'll stop.
wasn't that the one that made you realize that you love
It was.
begrudgingly?
I didn't
love sports
want to
anime?
watch it. It looks stupid, a bunch of swimmers. Anyway, it's so good. I mean, our buddy Michael, who's one of our anime friends, who's really amazing at. Oh, I said amazing.
amazing. Hi.
You could talk to him about anime all day long, but I really was so hyped up about it. He watched it and he said that he just cried and laughed and was just. I know I cared so much about these boys and their coming of age story, and
I love cute boys
they're
too.
so
I don't know
cute.
why
Oh my
I haven't
gosh,
watched
they're
it.
so cute.
You
have
would
such-
probably love
They
it.
have
probably
such
would.
great chemistry, and it is so funny. Well, I'll just give you a quick one of my favorite parts. So, throughout the whole show, they're preparing for this meet, right? And it just randomly says 5 days until the meet, 3 days until the meet, and then the last one's like, "It's here." The meet's today. That's what the sign says. It's so funny. I mean,
so
it's so
funny.
silly and adorable, and they're just
That's
the
cute.
muscles are sexy.
Well, it just
Am I right?
goes to
has it-
show.
no, you guys haven't seen it yet.
It just goes to show, anime is awesome.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, it's an anime about swimming. Like,
Oh, they can make.
And it's about their.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a great rivalry.
I don't mean to play it
Just about
down.
swimming. It's really good.
But
Comedy,
it's just
drama, suspense.
that's why anime's awesome, though.
I know.
It's like, who would think you can make a really cool story out of
Swimming
getting
boys.
ready for a swim meet?
Yeah.
Or about the game Go, or about the trains,
The train industry.
and rail wars,
Or about calligraphy.
or glass blowing,
Anything.
or
How do they do it?
I don't know. It really is amazing.
That's
Like,
why.
oh, amazing!
Hi.
Ooh, feeling good.
we picked a good word, I guess.
I know.
No, it is funny how they make anime about everything, almost as if it's a dare. I bet you can't make an anime about glass blowing. Oh yeah,
I bet you
Glass
can't
lip.
make an anime about boys dressing up like Sailor Moon coming in winter 2000.
That looks so bad.
Isn't there a Magica boys?
It's
Yeah.
a boy.
That's what we're talking
That's
about.
what- yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they were different.
Yeah. No, they come up with some, but, and I'm gonna say it.
Uh-oh.
That is why I can't believe people don't like anime. What's wrong with
something for
people?
everyone.
There's something for literally everybody.
Literally,
Literally.
literally,
Literally everybody.
literally.
Literally.
Like one of my favorites, Dead Man Wonderland.
Flip.
Boom. If
I
you
wanted more
like,
birdcage fighting. Just saying. I wanted
Just
more.
so
I'm
you
sure
know.
there will be, but you
There
know,
must be.
big just came out. Mockingjay, Hunger Games franchise. Little kids killing each other.
Similar.
we're into that. It's the exact same thing. If you love that kind of stuff, which I do,
Naturally.
you'll love Dead Man Wonderland. If you like horror, if you like sci-fi,
Well, we don't really have to tell people this because they're listening to us. They already love anime. If we need to get the word out,
well,
we need it like ribbons.
Recruit. We should make buttons. Ask
Anime.
me about anime.
shirts even.
Hats with twirly
We'll
things
see
on
what we can do, listeners.
Oh, I've got a
Shirts.
whole idea. I'm coming up with a whole idea for anime themed shirts.
Well, good.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. One, you mecha me crazy.
Shut up.
You making me crazy.
Yeah, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I wanted to talk about one of my other favorites, Neon Genesis Evangelion, the original.
Gateway drug. Gateway into anime drug.
It is a gateway drug for me. I watched it, and to this day, I have the opening theme song on my phone.
It is one of the best opening theme songs.
It is
in
one
my
of the
opinion.
best. Like I can't sing the actual words, but the melody, I can sing it all the way through. Mm-hmm. And
I'm
I
with you,
just
Britt.
love it. Oh, and it's so good. It's such a great mix of like drama and action, but
Robots.
yeah, robots. But it's also really funny and light. I don't know. I think that's one thing that how you guys were talking about having kind of extremes. Which I like the extremes too, but most of my favorites are ones that have kind of a mix of both of those things within the anime. Where, it'll be super serious and very intense, but then, somebody will make a joke about something and kind of lighten it up a little bit.
Usually off-colored.
Well,
That's what I like.
okay. So I put this one on my list. It is my favorite one that I hate. Is that weird?
What are you
I
talking
will
about?
never watch through the anime again, but I think it is one of the best animes I've ever seen. It's kind of like, I know, I'm
Tell us
confusing.
what it is.
It's called Basilisk.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never
that's a
seen
good
it.
one.
Oh, we love that.
It is so dark and it's a beautiful anime, but it is so heart crushing. You've seen it, right, John?
Yeah, I've watched it. It's
Oh my
you're right
gosh.
about that. With you watch it once, and I was like, yeah,
That's enough.
it's kind of
Yeah.
how I feel about like Grave of the Fireflies. Same thing.
Exactly.
Oh, I will never watch that again. But,
but
I'm
it's
glad
a
I watched it.
beautiful movie. But Basilisk, it's I don't know how to explain it. It's like a Japanese version of Romeo and Juliet sort of thing. Everyone dies. That's not a spoiler because you figure that out pretty quickly.
That's kind of the whole point of the show is that everyone's gonna die.
Yeah, there's these two warring families that are all made up of ninjas, and they all have these really awesome like abilities that are super weird, but really awesome. But it is just so sad. But it's one that always sticks in my mind is what is one of the best animes you've ever seen, and it's that one. But at the same time, I'm never gonna watch it again because it's just too sad. So it's funny how. I know when I was thinking through this, yeah, it's ones I want to watch or ones that I do watch over and over, but at the same time, there's ones like this where I'm not going to watch again, but I think it's one of the best ones I've ever seen.
Oh, for sure. So wrapping up this segment, are there any other quick favorites that you'd recommend to everyone out there in listener land?
I would just like to say Attack on Titan. I know that it's like, oh, everybody's seen that, but it's because it's fantastic.
It was really that
everyone's seen it
It's so-
because
but-
it's
and
so
everyone
good.
should see it because it's so good. And then also one that I just recently reviewed for our What's New in Anime panel, World Conquest Zvezda plot. It's brand new, just in this last year, but it is so good. It's so much fun. It's, this little 5-year-old girl who's trying to take over the world, and it's just got really great character designs and fun, silly battle scenes, and it's so good. I would recommend it to anybody.
And also Parasite right now is really cool.
It's really
Parasite
good.
It's just
is
cool.
awesome.
I've never
It
seen
is.
anything like this.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
like unique, which is hard to do.
I was
In
looking
anime.
up the genre,
So what is
and
it?
the genre was body horror, which I've never,
his
I've
body's going
never
under
seen
some
an
horror.
anime listed under the genre of body horror.
See, it's even made its own genre.
Exactly.
But
So
but it makes sense. That's
that's
what
what
it is.
it is. Yeah. Migi.
Oh,
Yeah, how can you love
Stop,
such a
it's so
like
good.
evil character
I love it.
He's so
It's
heartless
magical.
and unfeeling, but he's so adorable.
when he squishes the heart? You're like, oh boy.
Oh,
Gosh.
geez.
And I think that's episode 1.
Yeah.
For me, just really quick, we mentioned the Berserk. We kind of mentioned Claymore, but yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And Helsing
Yes.
as well, one of my favorites. And those are kind of on the. Also, I guess Death Note was one I was kind of thinking about on the heavier side. Then on the opposite side, there's one that I was watching recently, that Plastic Nissan.
Oh,
The one where they all have funny little things on their
I
heads.
want to watch that.
It's,
is-
it's quick. You
It's hilarious.
can
and-
watch the whole season in like 10 minutes.
no, like half an hour. 'Cause they're-
4 minute.
Episodes.
Yeah, they're
episodes.
mini episodes, and there's only like 12 or 13. It's so funny. It's hard to explain. You just have to watch it. Super quick to watch. And
On
then
YouTube.
also Himegoto, the one where the boy has to cross-dress to pay off his parents' debt in high school, and it is just so weird and
He's
bizarre.
a cute girl.
And it's just so funny. And so that's the lighthearted side of some of. So just off the top of my head, some of my favorites recently.
Well, like I said, I had a very large list, but a couple that really stick out in my mind. Hozuki no Reitetsu
Oh, you
is
love that.
so good. I was so sad when I couldn't review it anymore for our anime panels. It's I mean, you learn so much about Japanese hell. It's ridiculous, but it's a comedy.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Funny. I watched a couple episodes of it with Lindsay, and I want to watch all of it because it's funny, and the characters are so interesting because you know that it has a basis in Japanese folklore, and you're like, what is this all about?
All of it. And there's Chinese folklore and European.
That's cool.
There's screaming goldfish flowers. Yeah. Another is probably my favorite horror genre.
Another what?
Boom.
So funny.
The anime is called Another.
Yes, it is called Another. One of the best horror animes I've ever seen. It's gruesome and bloody and whoa.
So good.
We talked about a lot about it last time.
Yeah. Vampire Night is, it's again that shoujo romance, supernatural. It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I have a pretty long list and I could go on for days.
Would you say it's amazing?
Oh, come by. Nice sound clip, John.
You're welcome.
So yeah, again, it's so hard to choose your favorites. And again, when I
so
was
fun to think about all the
is so
animes
fun.
you've ever watched.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I made a list and
It's big.
I started feeling really nerdy because I know that
Just
there's
because of the list?
oh geez, yes.
Let me look
Well,
at
it
this
was
list.
funny because Lindsay was making it, and she, to my son Ian, she goes, Ian, do you want to see the list of all the animes I watched? And he goes, no.
Well, I thought it was kind of fun.
Brianne, do you have any last quick favorites to recommend?
Oh no, I think I covered my favorites.
Good.
All
Really,
right.
really
Right
excited.
on.
You're good.
about
You're
this.
efficient.
You are.
efficient.
I like what I like.
Yeah, you do what you do. You.
I do
you,
me.
Do.
Oh, I
What did
just
we
thought
win?
of a new anime t-shirt.
Oh, good.
Shoujo me the money.
Didn't.
Oh gosh.
Fire.
I have to make a list.
Soon to be on Cafe Press. Yeah. So again, these are our favorite animes. I'm sure you would hear some of them and go, "How in the world is that their favorite?" But again, like I said earlier, they're my favorites.
Yeah.
And I like what I like. We like what we like. You like what you like. And so we're
Like you
going
like,
to wrap up this main dish. We're gonna.
In a piece of tinfoil.
Does anyone have a doggy bag? rough. Sorry.
We said
that
it-
joke was rough.
We said amazing way too many times.
Amazing.
Come by.
anime. Oh gosh. All right. So I hope you enjoyed listening to our list of favorites. And again, I challenge you to come up with your favorites. It's hard. It is hard.
If you want to, you can
put
leave,
it on our Facebook.
Yeah, throw them in the comments on our Facebook or on the comments on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Because we'd love to hear what you guys what your favorites are.
Yeah.
Gives us some ideas of what to watch next.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
All right. So moving on to our next segment, Brittany's Flub-a-Dub.
Bo-ba-da-bo-bo. All right. So with, what we've been talking about today, Berserk as being one of our favorites, I thought that I would let our Flub-a-Dub be the opening song from Berserk that has just some really great English. Let's see here. So,
Sorry, I love it.
if you want to look this up, it's called Tell Me Why.
Full song?
Full song.
Shiny full song?
Oh gosh, bringing that up again.
Oh man. No, it's called Tell Me Why. And look it up with the lyrics because you cannot tell half of the things that they are saying. It's so funny. All right, let me pull it up here and we will play it for you.
Rocking out. Shiny full song.
All right, we'll stop it there. It goes on for 2 more minutes, but
Brittany, will you please put your glasses on?
put your glasses on. Nothing will be wrong. It's too late. It's too late.
It's too late.
Such an endearing song, though, for the anime, especially
It
because
really
it's
is.
so.
It doesn't really fit.
It's not a lighthearted anime, but that
And
song
it's
just
like-
makes you laugh.
Set in
Yeah.
this sort of almost medieval type time frame, and so it's just like kind of rockin'. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
But it's so funny because I found myself just listening to it and not skipping forward because it's just silly and I love it.
I love it. I love it too.
The ending song is also really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, looking grass, you're waiting.
Nice.
It is
Yeah.
really good.
So check it out.
Sweet.
All right, Britt. Thanks for that flub-a-dub. They are always quite funny.
Amusing.
Amusing.
Oh.
Yes. And now, quickly, just a couple of shout outs. My shout out, of course, to Scott for setting up our wonderful recording studio up in here.
Yeah,
And, I'm going to shout out to my husband for putting up with me watching so much anime all the time.
Nice.
I have one
Thanks,
shout
Cameron.
out.
Do it.
I'd like to make a shout out to my brother Riley and congratulate him on his first anime, and he loved it. So,
What was
Devil
it?
is a part timer, of course. He just couldn't get enough. He's like, "This is hilarious. I want
cute.
more." So
I want more McRonald's.
go. I know.
More moonbucks.
More Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay, so
gosh.
Riley, you're the man. I'll get you some more anime.
Cool. I just want to do a secondary shout out to Scott Selfridge for, not only helping us with the recording, but also for putting up with all my ridiculous giggling while I watch anime, and for our taking over the living room every Sunday to watch our shows.
I would like to give a couple quick shout outs. I guess one reminder, check out fragglepuss.com for weekly anime reviews, and coming soon, maybe even by the time this gets posted. We'll have some manga reviews on there from our very own Lindsay Evans Stark.
Hi.
A shout out to The Closet Geek and Michael Ricks, especially with The Closet Geek. Check out their podcast, closetgeek.com, and you can find them on all the social medias. And then also just a reminder, check out our Facebook, SoundCloud, all that good stuff.
Help us out. Share it on your page if you want. Get the word out.
Not if you want. Share it.
Just do it.
Whoa, let's not
Yikes.
get demandy. Come on. There
If you
are
want
listeners.
to. I wish they could see our evil glare as we say. Do it.
We could always take a picture.
Just help get the love of anime out there. That's all we ask.
I'd also like to give one last shout out to Touch Paper Press and Mr. Pickles with Touch Paper Press.
Love you, Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles, you're the best. No, check out all their stuff. They do a wide variety of things, but you can find Touch Paper Press, Undead Soup, which is the podcast they do, all those things online. So check them out as well.
Awesome. And of course, a big shout out again to everyone that listened to our first episode and that's listening to our episode right now.
And our biggest fan, Kathy Evans.
That's our mom.
Love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom. All right. Well, that was a great second episode, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed listening to our podcast once again. So this is Lindsay Evans Stark signing off.
Brianna Mae Evans.
Oh, this is Brittany Evans. Just remember your 3 B's, babies.
Babies. And this is John Fragglepuss Evans wishing you all a good Tadaima?
Tadaima.
Sure, why not? All right, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
Yeah, this was an amazing episode.
Hi.
This is Anime Happy Hour signing out. Anime.
All right.